So did you hear that same structure that I was talking about? Was it a two-part song or a three-part song?
Mhm.
Three. Do 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 is the verse. And if you do 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 pre-hook. If you feel like loving me, devotion, a second that emotion. Yeah, just there is an ingenious construction that it makes it very digestible. If I was a publisher, oh, Susan's here. And no, it's like I remember when I was first going out trying to sell songs, publishers, they were the main. Today, it's not, it's more producers and people in the recording chain. Susan, we're glad you're able to join us. We're, we're
A lot of trouble joining. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's okay. We're looking at Smokey Robinson and Motown, and
Great.
uh, we just they started off with sort of a 50s ish kind of stuff, evolved it into their own 60s Detroit Motown song. So I second that emotion. You have this three-part structure, and you also have those riffs with horns. You know, we had it in the rock field where the riffs were on guitars, but they're then their arrangements.
Yeah, that do 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 do
There
do
you
do
go.
do. Yeah,
It's just
it's
hook
like you're
after
waiting for it.
it's yeah. Now these are not the deepest songs and the deepest lyrics with the most conflict. They're feel good songs.
And they're kind of clever. I mean, some of
Yeah,
the terms and phrases are
yeah.
clever
Thank
and
you.
not cutesy, but give you a little chuckle.
And that's Smokey. Smokey's he's sweet soul. He's
Right.
he's not passionate soul. He's not bitter soul. He's not sexy soul. He's sensual soul. Uh, and but sweet and romantic and one of the good guys, uh, not one of the rebels. If there is a picket fence, remember we've talked about that. He'd be inside the picket fence, not outside.
Yeah.
Smooth, no rough edges.
Yes, right. And he was that way his whole career because that's who he is, and that's what he had to offer, and that was his fan base. Uh, it's
It wasn't just his fan base. I think it was just that it was who he was.
yes,
He
exactly.
he. I don't think he had a bitter bone in his body,
Yes,
and that reflects in the kind of music that he wrote and the way he presented himself in performance and such. It's like you look at some of the other artists, and when we're looking at even some of the Temptation stuff, I mean, they had that lovely little fun, the My Girl stuff, but boy, did they knock it into reality with Papa Was a Rolling Stone. I mean, you listen to that and you go, oops. you
okay.
know
Thank
those
you.
good those good old days in the 50s for all us little pasty faced Euro people was
Yeah.
not the same reality that they were dealing with. Those weren't good old days.
Okay, I'll take you up on that. I'm going to do Papa Was the Rolling Stone later on. That's why I'm fishing for Motown suggestions.
It's one of my favorites.
Great. Um, but yeah, but I picked Smokey because um, he's been consistently commercial uh, in an original way, not in a cloning somebody else. And also, he just has had a knack of just saying things in a simple, accessible way. You know, in their own way, Credence was that way. They had an accessibility without being overly complex and overly cerebral. The Stones were that way in a different way, but they were on the other side of the picket fence. They were the bad boys, the rebels, the naughty boys, but they also had a sense of that commerciality of how to structure songs. Most of their songs were two-part songs. You go to the Beatles, they had started out with two-part, but in the 60s, that's when pre-hooks started being popular. And ever since then, that's been part of the pop mix. Any other comments about I second that emotion? It's like also just even that title, that's a very clever title. It's not cerebral, but it is uh, it's it's a unique way of saying it, and um, sometimes being commercial is just being a little bit unique with a little edge to it, but not a lot. And
Yeah, much more clever than I agree with you or I feel you or
yes, right, exactly.
it's just it's a lighthearted way of hey dude, I got you.
In fact, when we get to Chuck Berry, he also had a sense. He would play with words, but like roll over Beethoven. That was totally original, and he said it in a unique way. Um, uh, the more successful commercial acts are not just copycats, but originals, uh, and they find way of saying it in a simple, direct, but unique way. Okay. Any other comments? I have a couple more songs. In fact, I had, uh-oh, Peggy, that's my dog. Okay. She's protecting me from who is ever out there. Okay. Okay, this was the song that Smokey is most known for as a soloist. And it's been re-recorded many times. Linda Ronstadt did it too, made it a hit a second time.